So many people have this stereotype in the mind of Dubai as this very modern, futuristic city, and they get involved in that. And they don't realise that there is so much on offer outside the city limits. You know, a lot of people don't realise that there are huge cycling tracks out of the city, to the Al Qudra cycling track, which takes you down to Dubai International Endurance City, which is a real hub for equestrian sports. But equally, you know, take the family, have a picnic around the Al Qudra lakes that attracts waterbirds and waders from around the world, a unique element of the city.
So if you take about a 40 to 45 minute drive just outside of Dubai, you'll end up in an area called Dubai Desert Conservation Reserve. It's, I think, over 225 kilometers of just pristine desert land. What you'll find there is a beautiful Bedouin campsite set up by Emiratis themselves. And it really gives you a sort of a taste of what life was like for the Bedouins 50, 60 years ago.
You'll see a lot of wildlife, from falcons, gazelles, the Arabian cats, which are quite special. And I promise you'll see the best sunset in the desert.
You haven't tried a desert safari until you've teamed up with Platinum Heritage. They've got a really nice combination of heritage that's rich in culture of the UAE, but then also something a little bit more luxurious, a little bit more opulent.
We start the journey off in the 1950s Land Rovers. These were the cars brought here by the British. After the British left, they left the vehicles behind, and this opened up the whole country for the local Bedouins. They would use these cars to go from place to place, from village to village.
I think one of the most beautiful things about the desert is that anytime you go there, it looks like somebody painted a picture for you, because the wind blows the sand, so even if you're taking steps, after a while, it just clears up.
Once we come back to the camp that you can see here, we display all of the Emirati traditions. We have camel meat for people to try. And we also have displays of entertainment like Haliji. This is a female dance. And we have the Yola performance, the guys swinging the guns in unison, dancing, showing off their masculinity to the tribe.
Meet the locals and ask them about the background of this part of the world, because that will give you a unique perspective, not just on Dubai, but on the region as a whole.
Ballooning is the real and true adventure. It's the definition of an adventure, because you start on a journey and you never know where you end up and whom you will meet on landing.
The hot air balloon is just a must-see. You have to wake up a little bit early, I must say, but it's worth it. To see the sunrise across the desert, you're 3,000 feet up, it's picturesque.
Falcons are one of the symbols of the United Arab Emirates, and we combined a balloon experience over the desert with the falcons.
It's crazy. I mean, this is a falcon, you know, a creature from the wild.
So you can fly with falcons and get a bird's eye view with the birds, so you see one of the great traditions and heritages of this part of the world while seeing it from a new perspective. I mean, why would you not want to do that?
As anything else can be luxurious, the desert can also be luxurious, because you can experience the desert in a luxurious way with Platinum Heritage.
To the people who want to experience the desert, but in a style. And this is why we use a luxury Range Rover to pick you up from the hotel.
As you're taking a cruise around the desert, one of your pit stops is at the lake itself, where you'll find all sorts of local Arabian wildlife and also exotic birds.
And we have a chef on site who offer the 6-course a la carte menu, where you can get to choose if you want to have your Anga beef steak or your salmon and tiger prawns.
If you're a foodie, then definitely you're in good hands, because they can organize anything for you, from caviar to steaks. But the great part about Platinum Heritage is that they customize the packages, so it's really affordable luxury, and it can be the experience you want it to be.